Greetings and welcome back to Pinball Help. Here we are continuing work on our flipper for this WPC game. This is the Bally Black Rose. I've taken the underside of the bracket off, and you can see this was the old flipper bushing right here, and here's a new one. So you can see the piece that broke off, which is still up here in the machine. So we're going to replace that with our brand new flipper bushing. And whenever you're working on stuff on the flippers, you want to use a Loctite or some thread lock compound like this. So even though this is threaded, they also had nuts on the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of thread lock compound in there before I put any of the screws in or the bolts in. Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is brand new, so I got to clip the end off. Hooray for video editing that I don't have. Okay, well, so much for that. Actually, since it's oozed out all over the thing, I'm going to put it on. I'm actually going to put it on each individual screw. Is what I'm going to do, since I've made a mess because I was squeezing it. So, okay. Place this thing in here. Alright, I need 3 more hands. Okay. So, luckily this doesn't have to line up a certain way. It's the same no matter what orientation it's in. So, just find the hole, the screwdriver. Alright, start it. Take another nut, another bolt, put thread lock on it. Okay. And so I'm going to be getting that set up right here. And I'm going to put the bolts, the nuts back on the end the way they were. Even though, see, it's threaded, but apparently just to be on the safe side, they had some nuts on the end. So I'll do the same thing. And I'll put a little bit of thread lock. I guess it's probably just an extra margin of error. Like that. Just like that. Tighten it down snug. Not too tight, don't want to break the plastic or the nylon. But it's got to be nice and solid. Like that. I'm going to put an extra little dab of thread lock right there. And there's our new bushing. So that's going to go right in there. And another little trick, let me show you. Let me move the camera up. Okay, as I go to put this in, this is using wood screws that are literally screwed into the bottom of the cabinet. You see the holes like right there? If by any chance any of those screws get stripped right here, what you could do is you could take a toothpick and stick a toothpick in there and snap it off, and add a little bit of extra wood into that hole, and that's a good way of making sure that these things are still bolted down nice and solid. So while we're at it, I'm going to pull the flipper bat off, just take a quick look at it, make sure there's nothing weird wrong with it. It's got new rubber on it, it's nice and solid, so we'll keep it right there for now. And I'm also going to clean this end of stroke switch. I'm going to clean the contacts on the end of stroke switch. Now they're not really designed to be filed. So what your best thing to do is to just take a business card. Take the business card and put it in between the two things, and then just pull it out. You see there's a little bit of gunk on it right there. And you just kind of polish it a little bit, and that'll help it. So slowly but surely, we're getting the bushing is now installed. We're going to put that back on here, like this. Let's see. Okay. Just like that. Make sure everything's lined up. Voila. Okay. Where's my little tray of parts? Right here. It's really helpful to have magnetic tools, just because it's so easy to feed things in. See, I don't have this nut driver's not magnetic, unfortunately. So I'll just get a few of these loosely in until I can get all the holes lined up right. And if any of the holes appear to be screwed, to be stripped, that's where I'll take the toothpick and I'll stick a little toothpick in the piece of wood in the hole, and that will help. You could also, there's other tricks too. You can put glue in there, things like that. But the toothpick trick is usually the one everybody uses. So I'm going to finish getting this whole thing together. Now we've got our flipper bushing and it's nice and smooth. That's the way we want it. Then I'm going to be rebuilding the flipper, and then I'll remount it. So stay tuned for more.